First, let's see what are nouns, because today we are going to dive into the noun. Okay, I hope you will like. Maybe you think that, oh, noun I know, but let's see some insights. Nouns are words. Okay, let's see the definition first, because it helps us to understand why we need nouns in Portuguese, right? Nouns are words used to name people, places, things, or anything that represents entities. Entities means anything, right? Any property, you can say. In Portuguese, nouns are either feminine or masculine, okay, in gender, and singular or plural in number, right? There are two types of noun in Portuguese. One is every nouns are either masculine or feminine. We normally know it, and if you are very new and you don't know it, don't worry, you will get it after step by step, okay? But for now, what you have to think is, in Portuguese, every nouns are either feminine or masculine first, and either singular or plural, right? Why we need to know is that there are lots of words or lots of like linking words, like adjectives, or even the adverbs. Lots of things changed according to the noun. So if you know the nouns, if either it is masculine or feminine, and either it is plural or singular, then only you can use prepositions. If you remember, lots of questions asked me, thank you Rajkumar, about the do, da, this, nu, na, nus, because I didn't answer it, because before we answer it, we have to we have a clear idea on nouns. Okay, guys, thank you, Nepali man. So, and one of the effective ways to learn the gender of a noun is to memorize it with its definite article, right? What is the definite article? That means a and u, if you know, right? So the best idea is try to use a or u with your nouns as much as possible, so that you can, when you think, it's very easy idea is that if you see a in front of the noun, it is feminine. If you see u in front of noun, it is masculine. For example, here, if you see here, if I have to say a card, u karta hu, right? So u karta hu means the card. So here we see the masculine, the u. So that u indicates that the card is the masculine noun, okay? And here, if you see in the house, here is a casa. So a identifies it as a feminine noun, right? So if we say that na casa, that's the reason. It is past thing. We will learn it later. Thank you very much for sharing live, guys. It's great. Okay. So the first and most, whenever you read the articles, whenever you watch the movies, and whenever you study Portuguese, always think that either it is u or a if they are in singular form. If it is u, it is masculine. If it is a, it is feminine, right? It is very effective to memorize whether the noun is feminine or masculine by practicing it with its articles, right? These are called article. The a is article, and u is article, right? If you see u before the noun, that is masculine. And if you see a before the noun, that is feminine. It is very clear, right? Until here. You have to be very clear on every steps, guys. So this is the one of the most important part, okay? If you are, especially if you are beginner, and even if you know some nouns, or you can speak a bit better, you know to say hola, it is important. I think it is important for most of the person who wants to learn Portuguese, because very few of us may have this idea, okay? So let's go to another one. Okay, let's simple. We are learning like a kid, so I make everything for a kid, okay, guys? But I am not thinking. I know you are a matured person, but for now, let's feel as a kid, right? If we feel like a kid, we enjoy little more, right? So here you can see. Now I am trying to reduce the English words, okay, so that you can directly understand the object. Instead of using apple, I use the picture, right? before I normally can write apple, but I am not writing apple, because from today we will learn as much as possible, then at least for the noun we will only use Portuguese words. Okay, only for the nouns. Maybe for a couple of days we will use Portuguese words, guys. So here you can see massa, right? You are seeing great. And massa, okay? Bola. Just read them with me, and then think that which can be feminine and which can be masculine. Just guess it if you have no idea, but at least do something. Okay, guys? So let's see. Massa, okay? Massa, bola, caneta, okay. My pronunciation may not be like the native Portuguese, but that's fine for now, so don't worry. Don't yeah, Masha, bola, good, you can write the articles if you want, so that you will know that it is feminine, right? Caneta, dinheiro, dinheiro, be careful on its pronunciation. Carro, carro, it's a bit hard, right? Carro. Cafe, cafe. Look here in cafe, if you noticed, I give high stress on e, because e has the cap right here, a small one, tupi. The e is bound baje, that's why he has a tupi. So cafe, if you see the bound baje, you have to give a bit force there. I mean, I don't know how to say exactly, but you can say oh cafe, cafe, right? Cafe, pão. If you say that this tupi, that means it's the nasal sound, right? Pão, a masha, a bola, a caneta, o dinheiro. He is bound baji, yeah, because he has tupi, right? If he has tupi, he is bound baji, and if he's bound baji, treat him a bit differently. Okay, so café, pão, loja, cidade, and for hospital we say hospital, right? Hospital. We don't pronounce es. Okay, if you are very new, let's try to pronounce again. Café, this bottom ones, café, pão, loja, cidade, hospital. So here you can say a massa, a bola, a caneta, o dinheiro, o carro, o café, o pão, a loja, a cidade, o hospital, right? So here, if you see the green letter and a, that means they are feminine. Thank you, Callie, for sharing live. And if you see the red letter or u, they are masculine. Okay, these are very important. Why I will tell you later. Cidade is u cidade. No, a cidade. If you see anything dad, it is feminine. Okay. Cafe is masculine. Okay. Cidade is feminine. Okay, for now don't worry, we are going to see why they are feminine and why it is masculine. Okay, guys, so don't worry. Cafe is masculine, be sure on that. I am also very sure. And cidade is feminine. Okay, a cidade, o cafe. Okay, you are welcome, Rajkumar. Okay, let's go. Until here, my objective is to just make you sure that in Portuguese, there are two types of nouns, feminine and masculine by gender, and plural and singular by numbers. And here we are only talking about the gender. Later we will go to the plural and singular. Okay, guys, let's go. Let's go to the see. But what my intention is, meanwhile, you can also memorize these nouns, right? Oh, okay. Hospital, hospital, hospital. A cidade, a loja, means shop, a pão, bread, I eat every day. O café, we drink every day. O carro, I don't have. Maybe o dinheiro, I don't have. O caneta, a caneta, I have lots. A bola, eu jogo alguma vez, não para sempre. A mancha, eu gosto de comer, não é? So these are just the ideas. Okay, let's go to the next page. Let's find some more nouns, right? Here we know some nouns, right? And let's talk about some more nouns. Okay, step by step I will go so that you all can understand. Okay, because there are lots of viewers. around 700 right now. So I want to make you clear step by step. Okay, guys. Here, let's see more nouns. Homem, mulher, médico. Look here again. E has the tupi, right? So E has the accent. So médico. So when you see accent, a bit force there. Okay. And o homem, great Sangeeta. Médica, professor, professora, right? Mesa, cadeira, papel, computador, laranja, right? These are the more nouns. I try to my best to mix up all the nouns, right? And let's see which are the feminine and which are the masculine, right? In the top part, it's very easy, right? Ome is masculine, muller is feminine. Medico is masculine, medica is feminine. Professor is masculine and professora is feminine. But here you may have bit confused, right? So we will clear that confusion. Okay, guys? Go ahead. Okay, great. Here, o homem, a mulher. O médico, a médica. O professor, a professora. A mesa, a cadeira. O papel, o computador, a laranja. Right? So it's great. O papel, yeah. A cadeira, great, yeah. So here, after then, I will ask you one question, okay? Maybe I forget to write it here, but I will do it. Okay, so let's see. You are clear. Papel ko bujina. Okay, papel, and for now don't go on very depth. Just learn that papel is a masculine noun. So we say o papel. Okay, whoa. Oh, his name is very good. Oh, papel is a masculine noun. So we say o papel. That means the paper in English. O papel. Papel is masculine. In Portuguese, every nouns are masculine, no matter if they are the living creature or they are objects, right? So paper is a masculine one. Thank you, Deep Prakashwali, for sharing this live. Okay, you got it? Oh, yeah. Okay, great. So let's go and see something here. Here, what you can imagine from here. Like to make you more easy, after because I am working on this from 2 or 3 days to find out the depth of the noun so that you can understand it. And I find, maybe you know already, but for me I find the most easy way to identify the nouns, right? The first thing, and nouns are we can make nouns in two types. One, the anything that represents the living creatures, and one which represents the objects, right? There are two types of basic nouns. There is not any written, but what I feel is there are two types of basic nouns. One is living creatures, for example, man, woman, husband, wife, and cat, and something, right? And one is objects like book, paper, bottle, and these on. Okay, so let's go here and see. In Portuguese, nouns representing living creatures that have distinct genders, such as people or animals, have different names for masculine and feminine forms. Okay, here this is a very crucial to understand. It will help you a lot to understand the noun. If you are confused, please ask me here 20 times. Okay, what I mean to say, I will try to explain. In Portuguese, nouns representing living creatures, that means we are the living creatures, right? And animals are living creatures, and animals are living creatures, and whoever have distinct genders. We have two genders, right? One is feminine, one is masculine. So if I am husband, there is another one, my pair, right? Wife. And if I have son, there is daughter, right? If I have man, there is woman. If I have a cat, I don't know, a kitten maybe. How can I say the female cat? I don't know. What I mean is, if it is a living creatures, they have two different form of nouns. One is masculine, one is feminine, right? For example, professor, professora, because professor is a represents the living creature. That means a teacher. Medico, medica, right? But if it is not living creature, object, it has only one form. Either it is feminine or it is masculine. Okay, guys? Here you should have to be very clear. I will make it even clear more here. Don't worry. If you see here, if I have to say here, a namorada, o namorado, right? Both means the same, but for the boy we use namorado, and for the girl we use namorada. So there are two forms for same meaning. That means boyfriend, girlfriend we can say, but they mean same thing, but only gender is different, right? So we say a namorada, o namorado, right? But if we see here, the objects, o livro doesn't have his girlfriend, right? O livro, the book doesn't have his girlfriend. So book is only one book. So either it could be feminine or masculine. So book has, I mean, livro doesn't have any another feminine or any feminine forms. So libro is libros. Libro is always masculine. Okay. But if we go back here, a namorado has the feminine, that is namorada, because they are living creatures. But if we go to libro, u libro is always u libro. It will never be a libra or something feminine. Okay, so this is very important finding. I think it is very important that I can share with you, and you can you understand this one. Okay, guys, did you understand? Okay, Hema, no worries. Okay, do you understand or not? What I mean to say, guys, it's a bit complicated maybe, but very easy. But if you don't understand, tell me. I will repeat it 20 times, but we must have to clear, because from here we will make it more clear. Okay. Okay, let me say once again, and then we will go forward. Okay, guys. Okay, Jenny, no worries. What I mean to say is, if you go here, there are two types of, let me make a new file, okay? Then it will be easy. There are two types of noun, right? The one noun, you can say, let me find elements, and if I can find some picture here, right? Let me say doctor, okay? I want to bring a doctor here. And if I say this is a doctor, right? And I can say she is also doctor, right? So if I namaste Safal, if I talk about the profession or any nouns that directly relates to the living creature, means jiudo manche, living creature, anything like animals or human beings or anything that are the living creatures, and every living creatures there are boys and girls, right? So they are feminine and masculine. So if we talk about the profession medico, that means the doctor, we have to find out the female version of that particular noun, right? If I say here, for example, don't worry, here if I say he is a doctor, right? So medico, oh sorry, my Portuguese keyboard I lost. Okay, let me go with my Portuguese keyboards. If I say medico, oh come on, medico, if I say medico, that medico represents that he is either a boy or a girl, either a masculine or a feminine, because medico represents a profession of living creature who is alive. That means the doctor can be a girl and can be a boy. So we have to identify what is the feminine word of this masculine word, and we will identify it as medica. There are some rules I will tell you later, right? But if I go and I bring here a book, for example, right? Let's suppose a single book first. I don't want to make you confusion. A book. I type libro here so it doesn't understand. Okay. If I say, oh, that's good book. If I say this is a book, that means o livro, não é? This is o livro. O livro. This is o médico. This is a médica, right? Great. So, if we see the noun o médico in our mind, we know that this is this is a living creature, or this is a human being, a profession. He must has his pair. So we have to identify that what is the feminine word for this medico, and that is medica, right? But if we talk about the objects, for example, o libro, we don't need to identify its feminine words. What I want to say until this is only this, okay? If you understand, please, Jenny, type it here. Otherwise, I will tell you again. Don't worry. What I mean is, if it is living creature, if we see any words, either feminine or masculine, we have to identify the another word, right? So what I mean is, the objects are only either feminine or masculine, but living creatures are both feminine and masculine. If you understand this, it will make you easy, 50% easy, okay? Because normally we know that feminine and masculine, but so just understand that book has girlfriend. It's pen. No, pen is not his girlfriend. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Anyway, that's fine for now. Let's go ahead. We were here, right? For example, a namorada, un namorado. If you see namorada, then you immediately have to think that, hey, what is the masculine form of this word? So you have to find, right? Oh, namorado. That's what I am talking, right? But if you see o papel, there is no girlfriend, right? Or no boyfriend. So papel is papel. A cadeira, say it's feminine, but she doesn't have boyfriend. So a cadeira. We don't need to find out the masculine word for cadeira. Just have to know that cadeira is a feminine word. Okay, guys? I hope you understand now. It's easy. Okay. So here, o medico, because living creature. So immediately we identify its feminine, medica. But o libro, this is object, it's just a libro. Just we remember that libro is a masculine one. Okay, let's go to the next step, what I made here. That's great, you understand. That's great. Thank you, guys. I big claps for you. You are wonderful. You are wonderful and very talented people. That's great. I love it. Okay. However, for this is the same thing I am repeating, okay? However, for inanimate objects or non-living things, while nouns do have grammatical gender, that is masculine or feminine, it doesn't necessarily correspond to the actual gender of the object. These nouns are arbitrarily assigned masculine or feminine genders. That means non-living things are either masculine or feminine. They cannot be two, okay? And it is important to learn the gender associated with each noun. For example, o pepino, pepino is a male. A cozinha, cozinha is feminine. O livro, libro is masculine. A janela, janela is feminine. Because you all asked me 5-6 times, sir, what is do, das, dos, this, nos, nas, neste, right? Ok. Oh, desculpa. Atrasada. Depois, tá? Que posso fazer, Kesu? And that's why first we have to be very clear on that. Okay, guys, let's go ahead. Otherwise, we'll be late. Okay. Maybe Kesu want to say that it's go a little faster. Okay, don't worry. We all understand. Here, we can see some basic rules. Now I am going to let you share some basic rules to identify nouns first, okay? I know you will not get all right now, but at least make a concept. And later in Monday, you can on Monday you can go to YouTube and you can see video again, and you will have more concept, or you can write down, okay? Living creatures and their identification of genders. This is for the living creatures. That is not for the objects, okay? In general, if you see the noun ending with O are masculine nouns and ending with A are feminine noun. Remember, anything I am saying here, there are exceptions, okay? So for now, I don't go with exceptions. Just this is a general rule. For example, replace the letter O to A from the masculine noun to make it feminine, or replace A to O to make it masculine. It's easy, right? For example, if you see o amigo, you just remember amigo is a living creature and the ending is O. So if you change this O, replace this O to A, it is the feminine. Same for the cat, o gato is a masculine because you see O at the last. And if you want to say, talk about the female cat, you can say agata, right? Similar, we will come in later, okay, Hema. Just let them understand this basic thing first, and we will go on it, because now the scope is the scope is to about it, okay? Because it's the different, because dogs, masculine and feminines are they are not on this pattern. They are the different one. We will come it at the end of this one, okay? Because at the end I have that one, but for now just understand this one. Because cow is not cães, right? Cães is the plural form. Cow is you can say, some say another words, right? But the feminine is different. It's 5-6 words. I will tell you later. But if you want to know, I will come on that. Okay. When we will talk about the that means the rules, the different one, different feminine and masculine. They are not like a correspond to each other. Okay, guys. So here, doctor, o médico, and doctor, I mean the female doctor, a médica. So one rule, remember, if any masculine words, that is living creatures, and the spelling or the word or the noun ends with o, just replace it with a. And if you replace it with a, don't forget to replace the article, right? O médico, a médica. It's until here it's easy, right? You can understand it. Okay. So here are some more examples. You can see o menino, a menina. That means boy and girl. Just try to remember the nouns also. The objective is not only to learn, but let you memorize these nouns, so that you can use it when you need it, right? If you want to see cook, how can you say? If you want to say nurse, because you may need to go to hospital and you have to call to the nurse, then what you say? So it's enfermeira, enfermeiro. You have to know the nouns also, okay? So boy, o menino, just replace o to a, it's a menina. Pig, o porco, replace o to a porca. A cozinheiro, a cozinheira. O aluno, a aluna. O primo, a prima. O enfermeiro, a enfermeira, right? It's very straightforward. So I think you understand until here. If any confusion, anybody, you can tell me, please. I will repeat, because more we go depth, it will be a bit complicated. But don't worry if you don't understand all. What I mean is just make in your mind that how we can change it. Okay, guys? And I will post it Saturday on YouTube, Sunday on YouTube, and then you can see it, repeat it on YouTube. Don't worry. And then again in the next live session, you can ask me. Okay, now let's go another. Rule number 2. Let's see the rule number 2, okay? Okay, that's great. Thank you for your cooperation, guys. Rule number 2, nouns ending in L, OR, and E, that is AS, we can see. We cannot say ES, AS, because it has a cap, right? Make the feminine by adding A. If you see these 3 things at the end of the noun, masculine noun, just add A. You don't need to do anything. But remember, in feminine round, feminine, we don't have that cap, okay? So just this one you have to remember. Otherwise, if you say L or 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 ES, you just add A, I mean A at the end of the noun. So let's hear jugador, right? So if we want to see that jugador means he is the player. Player means he must be a sports player, right? We only say jugador to the sports player who plays sports. And a jugadora, we just add a here, right? It's this is the normal rules. Okay, there are exceptions, but it's a normal rules. So if we go to Chinese, Ushinesh, right? You see the E with this cap and S, right? So we change it to just remove the cap and then add A, Shinesha. O Spaniel, a Española. Nepali, o Nepalese, right? Just remove the cap and add A, Nepalese, right? And English means from England, a Inglesa. And o professor, a professora. Okay, so if you see here or, you just add a. So but here what I mean is you do not necessarily need to need to remember or need to memorize that. Okay, this, I don't mean it that, right? But just make a concept, right? If you sometime if you see o professor, or professor, maybe it's better you can try o professor, a professora. So you practice it. If you practice it 2 or 3 times or 4 times, then if you had the same word again, it automatically comes to you. Okay, o professor, a professora. O English, a inglesa. That means if you see L, OR or ES, change it to A. So it is very important that you know the both feminine and masculine words, right? So professor, professora, Spaniel, española, Nepalese, nepalesa, English, inglesa, like this. Okay, guys. So if you don't understand all, don't worry. You will see on video and try to catch it up. You don't necessarily need to like a kid. You don't need to do anything, right? More here. Okay, rule number 3. Nouns ending in a, o, here a has the hat, right? Make the feminine by replacing a to either a or oa or ona. It depends on the situation. Okay, guys, don't pressurize yourself to remember. Okay, I am very clear on this. Just try to understand how nouns are formed and how they change their gender. Just a common understanding only. You don't need to understand all the things. Okay, so for example here you notice it when we say o irmão is the brother, and if we remove this o only, and then it will be Irma is a sister. So if you pronounce something like this, for example, patrão, it changes ao to oa, patroa, right? So citizen is o cidadão. You all know that cartão de cidadão, o cidadão, and for the girl we can say cidadã, right? For lion it is leão, and for lioness it is leoa, right? For champion it is o campeão, and for lady champion, campea. Bachelor means unmarried, solteiro, and for the bachelor we can say solteirona for girl. That is just a basic rule. Don't worry if you cannot memorize, I say again, but try to read it or note it so that sometime it may be useful, or at least you can understand the nature. Okay, just objective is to let you understand the nature, not the proper rule. Okay, you have to do it. Okay, guys, that's fine, right? Boring, right? I said you before, it is the boring one today, but I must say it because if you just see it now, when we will discuss about the adjectives and some adverbs and some linking words, we must know this. This all comes at that time. So you don't have any idea right now. It is very hard for me to explain at that time to you. Okay, so this will at least when I talk about that linking words or that adjectives or that adverbs, then how they change the form, you will remember. Oh, okay, they change the form because there are some feminine words, and we have to change the feminine words to masculine words, and we have to change the singular and plural, and like this. Okay, so don't force yourself to understand all. Just make a vision that, oh, there are some rules. That's it. Objective is only that, oh, there are some rules. So when you have time, when you think about it, you can start. Okay, guys, thank you for sharing my live group. Okay, guys, if I apologize if I forget to thank you when you share the things. Okay, and this one is some basic rules. This is very easy one, right? Nouns ending in a, e, ante, ista, yal, which have both genders. The article identifies whether the gender is feminine or masculine. There are lots of nouns. Just understand that there are lots of nouns. They are for the living creatures, but they don't have two genders. They have only one, right? But we identify the gender by using articles. If we say a, it means the feminine. If we say u, it means the masculine. For example, u colega, a colega, right? The same word, they don't change, but we identify if the colleague is feminine or masculine, a girl or a boy. We use article. O chef, a chef. O estudante, a estudante, right? Similarly, o assistant, a assistant. O turista, a turista. O rival, a rival, right? So what I mean is, at least now you have a concept that there are some nouns of which are same for feminine and masculine, right? We don't change any form and we identify them by the articles, right guys? Boring? Let's go with a joke. Are you sleepy or you are still awake? Let me know, yeah guys. Hi Sukirti. Okay. I know this is a very boring one. I know this is very confusing also, but I repeat again, our objective is not to memorize these all things, right? Our objective is just to let you, that's great Vivek, just to let you know that there are some certain things that helps us to identify and change the nouns. That is only the objective, okay guys? So don't worry. Thank you Resu that you are not sleepy. Great, that is great. Okay, Tikaram, what I mean is, don't very focused right now on these. Okay, later you will see it on YouTube and you can make it. There are certain rules that changes feminine to masculine and masculine to feminine, right? And if I say these all to you right now, it will not give you a clear idea. But what I mean is, at least I have this thing, right? So I will post it on YouTube and you can watch there, and whenever you have time, and one day you can watch for 10 minutes or 5 minutes and try to understand. What I mean is, Tikaram, that we have some specific rules to change feminine to masculine and masculine to feminine. Okay, so these here are some rules. I will post it and on Sunday, and you can see it on Monday. Okay, thank you Jungle Tiger. It's boring, but sometimes we have to sleep. Okay, that's fine. Jungle Tiger, thank you very much for your energy. Okay, let's go. We were here, right? Safe, right? Okay, some basic rules. Another one. These are okay. Here I can answer Hema your question. Okay. Here I can answer your question because here I can answer Hema's question as well, because there are some basic rules, but some nouns are totally different. Feminine and masculine forms are totally different, right? Here, for example, father, upai, right? And mother, amai. They are very different, right? There is no rules. So you must remember it. Ome, we all know, man, and muller, woman. And king, rei, queen, rainha. Bull, uboi, and cow, avaka. They are very different, right? They are the pairs, but they are very different. Thank you, Brown, for your compliment. But today is the most boring class I have ever had, and I am happy that still you are awake. I am so much happy. At least you are getting something, right? Because this is the things that we cannot memorize or cannot learn in an hour. So my objective is just to let you know about these. Like goat, ubod, sea goat, a cabra. Male animal, umas, and female animal, a femia, right? And here I will answer the question of Hema also. That is the dog, right? Dog, a bit confusing. There are different ways to say for the dog. and dog male, and I don't know what say the dog female in English also. I don't know. I only know in Nepali. But I cannot say it right now, right? Dog normally means in Portuguese, it is, I think, cow, right? Ooh, cow means we cow. Normally, dog means cow, right? Cat means the cat is the another thing. Let me change my keyboard. Cow, and the female dog is something cadela, cadela or something like this. I'm not very sure. Okay, but I think we can say female dog a cadela. Okay, but I have yeah, I have never heard also, because all say cow cow, but I am not very much sure on this. Okay, I will check it later, but I think it's a cadela. I have never heard this from Portuguese, but somewhere I learned. Okay, Giri Gopal. Nepali, I even don't know in English, but I know in English. Cat is the Gatu and Gata. Cat is has the normal form. It's Gatu and Gata. For dog, I think Ukau and Akadela. Okay. This, but I only heard the cow. So it's, but female dog means, or I can, what is my mobile phone? I don't know. Anyway, I think it's Kadela. I'm sure, Chetriyama. Okay. Okay, guys. This is what the feminine and masculine. Okay. It's Kadela. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Emma. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now you have a bit idea, right, guys? I want to now we are moving to the next part, and this is another part. But here, my intention is very clear, that you just know that there are some basic rules. You are welcome, Emma. There are some basic rules to change the form of feminine to masculine, and this all for the living creatures. Okay, don't try to find the feminine of objects like pen or caneta, livro or mercado or supermercado. They don't have feminine or masculine. They are only either feminine or masculine, guys. Now let's see. This is important for you. You can memorize this. How can you identify that which nouns are feminine and which nouns are masculine, right? Yeah, we will learn all there. But before this, I want that you are very clear on feminine and masculine. Okay. I'm not sure. I will make the schedule later and I will post. Okay, guys. Now let's show how to identify masculine nouns. It's easy, right? Usually nouns ending in O are the masculine, right? And here, try to know the. Here, my objective is not only to let you know that if you look here, I try my best to change the nouns on every page, right? So that you can have idea on nouns. I didn't repeat much more. That means I did hard work for this to identify new nouns for you. So please be very aware of these nouns. O livro, the book. O carro, the car. O gato, the cat. O menino, the boy. O copo, the glass. O sapato, the shoe. O espelho, the mirror. O amigo, the friend. Okay, you know all these words, right, guys? Because you need to, these are the nouns that I am using when I talk about that prepositions, that adverbs, they, the, do. So you have to know all these nouns. Okay, whatever I have on my YouTube, or I mean in these things, you must have to know all these. This is the requirements, your basic requirements to go further, because from next week we will go a bit advanced. Okay, that's great. O livro, the book. O carro, the car. Anything you see O at the last, normally they are masculine. Let's go to the next one. Oh, okay. Thank you, guys. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's already 1 hour. So what we do is I will make a 5 minutes break. Okay. Then only I will go again. Okay, guys. It's very important to take 5 minutes break on every hour at least. Okay. You understand? Yeah. and then we will continue from here and we will know the plural forms. Okay, I'm sorry I am taking you too much time, but it is very important because I know you are very hurried to learn Portuguese fast, so I must have to have some more effort. Let's go to identify the masculine nouns, right? One is very easy. That means the first thing I told you last time, that if you think that if you have stress to talk about, it is normally masculine, right? In joke, I told you last time, if you remember, if the words are smooth, they are normally feminine, and if the words are, I mean, the nouns are bit how can I say the opposite of smooth, maybe something, they are masculine. So here, o livro, carro, gato, we have some stress on that, so they are masculine and they end with o. And if you go here, you can see that sofa. If you see that types of stressed vowels, that means what it means normally. Stressed vowels means if you see some this accents on the letter, they are called stressed vowels. Okay, so if you see these stressed vowels ending, then it means that they are masculine. Okay, for example, o sofa, when you pronounce, it's not sofa. Okay, sofa, it goes a different way. O cafe, right? Bebe, right? Abakasi, here is the x, and bamboo. These words are masculine. That means normally when you see the vowels, stressed vowels like a, e, that e, I, and u, they are masculine. Okay, don't worry if you don't remember all right now. I repeat again, just take it easy. Similarly, if you see any nouns ending in l, al, el, il, ol, or ul. Normally, the L followed by vowel, right? If you notice the pattern, L or the L followed by the vowel, they are masculine, okay? O jornal, o hospital, o papel. Look, the pattern is same, right? When we speak, they all say something L, 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 right? O jornal, o hospital, o papel, o perfil, the profile, and o hotel, usul, the south. If you feel like this at the end, if you feel l, they are normally masculine words. Okay, you don't need to remember all, but just keep in mind. Sometimes you may say, oh, maybe there is some idea to identify the feminine and masculine, so you can go back and check it and you will find, oh yes, this is the masculine. This will help you to be confirm. Okay, and my suggestion is that, like me, try your best when you want to learn. Try your best not to translate on online, okay, or on Google or anywhere. Or use translator only when you really need those words and you want to be very sure. Otherwise, try your best. O jornal, o hospital, o papel, o perfil, o hotel, o shul. Right? Let's see someone. If you see AR, ER, IR, OR, or UR, that is very easy to remember. If you see the Bob and L, or if you see the Bob and R, they are masculine words. O bar, o prazer, o rumor, o amor, right? So these are the masculine words. Just remember a bit, right? And that one which we were confused before for the Siddharth, right? And you know that now these words are, when we speak, they are smooth, they are soft normally, and they are the feminine one. The best idea is to feel, right? If you feel soft, they are feminine. If you if you do not feel soft, they are masculine. Thank you, Binod, for sharing the live. And here, for example, if you see any nouns ending with a, they are feminine. A escola, a casa, a mesa, the table, a cadeira, the chair, agua spelling is wrong. I always write the agua spelling, I always wrong. I am very poor on spelling. A vida, a filia, okay? You see that all the nouns are ending with a. So these are feminine, okay? And let's go just two more pages. That is like you can see that lots of time we use the word ad, right? Cidade, universidade, normal, what other dads? Qualidade. If you see any words ending with ade, they are normally feminine. It's easy to remember, okay? A cidade, a verdade. Thapakaji, thank you for sharing live. Ashok Tamang, thank you. Binod, thank you. A liberdade, a dificuldade, a qualidade, a idade, a felicidade. These, if you listen some words, because when we talk about the adverbs or adjectives or any other things, thank you, Mr. Concur, then you have to remember that if there is ade, if I say something that cidade or verdade or qualidade or anything, then you have to remember that, oh, these are the feminine words. Oh, I heard, right? In last time, I heard that maybe these are feminine. So be sure then, okay, these are feminine words. Okay, that's easy to remember. And now, this one that we were talking before, cidadão, right? Cidadão. Loja the cidadão. Here you can say if CAO, but not is the DO, SAO, SSAO, that A means okay? It's actually but for you to make it easy, I'm saying A. Urgent AO means jao. You can use, if you see these types of words, they are feminine. A lição, the lesion. Look, when I pronounce it, it is soft, right? A lição, a profissão, a previsão, a razão, a televisão, a decisão, a expressão, right? We don't, expressão means the expression. Okay, guys, these are the common patterns. Okay, I again repeat, don't worry, don't headache, don't panic, and don't think anything more. Just remember that there are some specific patterns or rule that will help us to identify either the noun is feminine or masculine. And when we use different types of things like adverbs, adjectives, prepositions, articles, they change according to the noun. So at that time we have to change the pattern lots of time. Even for the adverbial phrases like minia, meu, right, mu, le, there are lots of words that we must learn within 2 or 3 weeks, because these are the words we normally use on speaking, and our main goal is to speak, not to be very perfect or to gain some 100% marks in Portuguese, right? So our objective is to speak. So these are at least a base, and you have to do a bit hard work on these only. If you do this, then rest are very easy. Okay, guys, that's cool. And the last 20 minutes, let's see some terms to make them plural form, okay? Because everything is changed for plural and singular also. Until now, we are just talking about the singular, right? So for plural, there are some certain rules, and I will talk about it here a bit faster, okay? And then we will start from next week, we will start some complicated things, and so that you can speak faster, okay? Not complicated, I mean the daily use things, okay? So don't be confused. Amasya, you can say, plural nouns simply indicate more than one person, thing, or concept. That is more than one object, right? In Portuguese, the plural form of the noun changes the articles also, right? Here you can see amasya. But when we talk about apples, we do not only change the main noun, but we change the article also, right? If you notice here, if I go here and if I draw here and if I bring this one, right, here is a also changed to us because this is feminine, right? When we change masa to masas, then we change as masses. We don't say amasses, right? Similarly, here you can see u is changed to us. When we are talking about the plural, they are masculine. U abacasi, us abacasis, right? Let's go. This is very short and very simple. You know it. I don't want to waste my time here. And same here, some examples. Remember, if any nouns endings in vowels, just add s. You know that vowel, right? A, E, A, E, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. Because at least I know it in English also, right? So here, if you see, a casa is, this is the a verb. So we just add yes, casas, right? A masha, but here I told you before, I was in hurry to make it, so I did look here. This is the typo error, okay, not the error. This should be all as and us, okay. That's fine. A casa as casas, right? A masha as masas. It's very easy. If you feel that a or any vowel sound at the end, just add s. O dente, os dentes. O tasse, os tasses. O livro, os livros. No matter if they are feminine or masculine. When we want to go to the plural, it doesn't matter if they are feminine or masculine, right? Only matters feminine and masculine is the article. A to ash, casa to casas, masa to mashas, dent to dentes, tassi, tassis. Okay, guys? That's clear, right? No confusion. Here, just if you feel something vowelic sound at the end, just add s. You don't need to think much more to make it plural, right? A casa, as casas. Or you can say, because you can use here dois casas or duas casas, right? This is feminine, we say duas casas, duas machas, dois dentes, dois tassis, and dois livros or tres livros or quatro, whatever plural form is the same thing. You can just, if you want to make it numeric, you just add the number. That's it. Okay, let's go here. Some another rule. Nouns ending in R, S, and Z added es. If you see something R, S, or Z on the last, it add es, right? Dollar, dollars. Mes, meses. Rapas, rapaces. Lugar, lugares. Professor, professores. Naris, narices, right? But don't forget to change the article if you are using article, right? And you can use here us dólares, or you can say o professor os professores, or you can make tres profesores, cuatro profesores, cinco, sete, oito, nove. It's same thing, right? So if you see something R, S, and Z, add this one. And here, if you see nouns ending in yum, replace yum with ns, right? Ome, omes. We don't use omems, right? If it is yum at the end, it's because of the nasal sound, okay? Ome, omes. And jardim, jardins. Okay, so just add ns, remove the yum and add. That is, there are not lots of words on this. You can just remember these two words, maybe enough for you. But sometimes you have to use your common sense, right? If you say ome to omes, then you have to say jardin to jardins, right? That's cool. And this is important one. If you see anything al, el, ol, ual, replace el with is, right? O hospital, us hospitais. O hotel, us hotéis, right? You have to change el to eis, okay? And guys, thank you very much for a very good conversation, very good attachment, very good discussion, right? It all helps us to grow up, and it gives us some positive energy, right? And it connects each other. If we connect it, then you can learn even better, you can share even better. Okay, guys? Okay, Bonoit, and I have just posted you, if you remember, I told you the fajr, bhar fajr, and go to the, when, not, I don't say that go right now, but try to learn the fajr verb, okay? Because these verbs and this class, we all together mix up, and then we go to the advanced level, okay? Advanced doesn't mean that advanced, I mean a further step. Okay, guys? Okay, good night, everybody. Thank you very much. I must have to say bye-bye now. And thank you all for your support and help. Thank you all who concur, Mr. Ajay and Harka, Rajkumar, Sangeet, Nepali man, for your wonderful gifts, and thank you very much for your wonderful help, Hema. And thank you very much, all of you guys. Un angel devenu diabli. I don't know how to say this name. It's very hard for me. And namaste, and see you tomorrow.